Nutritional yeast. It's a game changer for plant-based cooking, adding a cheesy umami flavor without the dairy. But what exactly is it and where does it come from? In today's video, I'll explain what it is, why it's so great, how it's made, possible concerns, and of course, how to use it. Hi there, if you're new, my name's Chuck. I show people just how easy and tasty it can be to try a whole food plant-based diet. So what is nutritional yeast? You may have heard about it by now, maybe on some recipe site or Facebook group. And if you've never tried it, you may be wondering what all the fuss is about. So what is it exactly? Nutritional yeast, or Nooch as we like to call it. Well, believe me, it sounds a lot nicer than what it actually is, a dead single-celled fungus. But it's a very useful fungus because it's the exact same yeast that makes your bread rise and turns your barley into beer. The only difference is that baking yeast and brewer's yeast are still active and nutritional yeast is not. I can't even begin to pronounce it, but this is the technical name right here. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Why on earth would we eat that? No, believe it or not, it actually tastes good. It adds a cheesy kind of flavor to all kinds of dishes. I'll make my vegan cheese sauce for you here in a bit. You'll see it's a key ingredient. It's also the star of my super easy Parmesan cheese that I sprinkle on my spaghetti. And it's pretty healthy too. It's low in calories, sodium, and fat. It has all 9 essential amino acids. Plus it has some iron, fiber, a lot of B vitamins, and with some brands, even vitamin B12. It also contains something called glutamic acid. It's a naturally occurring amino acid that enhances savory flavors, so it adds that umami flavor that we love so much. But there are a few health concerns. For most of us, it's generally safe. But there is a small group of people that need to be careful, and that anyone who suffers from any kind of bowel disease. So if you have Crohn's or colitis, be careful, especially during a flare-up. And if you have gout or you suffer from migraines, probably best to leave it alone. So where did it come from? Nutritional yeast is grown or farmed in big fermentation tanks. It grows on a sugary solution, usually made from either sugar beets or molasses. Once the yeast hit their peak growth, usually after about 7 days, they're filtered, then pasteurized, which kills the yeast, makes them inactive. Also gives it that rich color and nutty umami flavor. Then the yeast is washed, purified water, and dried. Now at this point, some brands will then fortify their yeast with vitamin B12. Sounds like a good thing. Personally, I'm not a fan of fortified nutritional yeast. It just has a weird metallic aftertaste to me. So I look for unfortified Nooch or nutritional yeast. And if GMO-free products are important to you, just know that most of the sugar beets grown in the US are genetically modified. So that might be a reason for you to search for organic brands too, as they will be non-GMO. From what I have found, Bob's Red Mill, Trader Joe's, and Bragg's, they're not certified organic, but they are non-GMO. And they're also fortified. If you like to taste great, buy whatever you like. But if you're like me and you think they taste a little strange, I recommend you either try Sari brand or Nutritional. These are 2 brands that I do like, and both are non-fortified, organic, and non-GMO. Anyway, back to the process. After they fortify it, or not, the yeast is then ground into flakes or powder and then packaged. Okay, so how do you use this stuff? Well, first you may be wondering, if this is the same yeast as baker's yeast, can I use this to bake my bread or make some homebrew? No, remember this yeast here is Nooch. It's deactivated, so they're not interchangeable. Nooch is definitely its own thing. But you can add it to almost anything. For a quick snack, I like to spritz some low sodium tamari coconut amino, something like that, on my popcorn and sprinkle it with a little Nooch. You can also add it to dressings, soups, or stews. Try adding some to your next tofu scramble next time. And my favorite way, which happens to be the recipe of the day, my cheese sauce. Just to be 100% transparent, my advisors, you know who you are, they suggested I tell you, especially if you're new to Nooch flavored cheese sauce, this is not going to taste the exact same thing as real cheese. I like to say it tastes like how I remember cheese tasting, because I haven't had real cheese for a lot of years now. But it is creamy, has that same gooey texture and mouthfeel, and it's close enough for real cheese for me. All right, guys, we're gonna make my cheese sauce. This is straight out of my cookbook. If you don't have my cookbook, I'll drop a link below. It's really simple. I'm gonna cheat. Oh, by the way, the cheese sauce is potatoes and carrots. I'm going to cheat because I'm using my Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can do this on a stove. Just boil them in water until they're soft. Don't know how long that'll take. Probably 15 minutes or so. In the Instant Pot, it only takes 7. So I'm just going to chop up my potatoes, drop them in my Instant Pot. I say 7 minutes. Of course, it takes about 5 minutes for the pressure to start counting down, and then another 10 minutes for the pressure to release. But yeah, only 7 minutes to cook. Nothing fancy. We're just going to chop these into smaller pieces, drop them in here. By the way, I have this nifty little, if I can get it out, Instapot strainer bag, silicone. I really love this thing. If I can find this on Amazon, I'll drop a link for that down there too. It's really handy. And then 1 carrot. I'm going to chop it up into smaller pieces like that. Drop that in with a cup of water. There we go. Attach my little strainer. Boom. I'll throw the lid on. Okay. Make sure we're set to sealed. Set this guy here to manual for 7 minutes. And I'll see you when we're done. All right, and we're back. Our Instant Pot is done. Our potatoes and carrots are done. I'm going to show you why I love this little silicone strainer for the Instant Pot. Right into your blender. Easy peasy. All right, to the potatoes and carrots, and that was 3 Yukon Golds and 1 carrot. I'm going to start adding the rest of my ingredients. Let's see. The water that we cooked the potatoes and carrots in, I'm going to grab some of that. About a half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup. I started with 1 cup. In fact, you can use all of it. Pretty close to a cup. Let's just do the full cup. Add that to our blender. I'm using my trusty Vitamix here. I have some onion powder. Flavor our cheese. About a half a teaspoon. I have some garlic powder. Again, we're just trying to add some flavor. It's not going to be exactly like cheese, but it'll be close. Close enough for me anyway. Some turmeric for color. About a 1/4 teaspoon. There we go. We have to have some salt. About a teaspoon. If you think that's too much, start with a half a teaspoon and work your way up. Get it to where you like it. Now for our liquid ingredients, I'm going to add About a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to spill more of it on the counter than anything else. And I need about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can use fresh squeezed, you can use the bottle stuff like I am. This will give it some of that cheesy flavor, that tang. That looks good. And just for a little more acid, I like to add just like a squirt of a yellow mustard, about a half a teaspoon. There we go. And let's see, let's blend this up first. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying, Chuck, this doesn't look anything like cheese sauce. Well, that's where the Nooch comes in. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup. Again, I'm using that Sari Foods brand. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I just like them. Plus 2 additional tablespoons. 1, 2. And yes, in case you're interested or if you're wondering, nutritional yeast is considered to be a whole food. It's a fungus, but it's just like a mushroom, right? So yes, it's a whole food. It's not a processed food. And, oh, look down in the description. I'll put links to whatever I can find. The Sari brand nutritional yeast. I'll also add links for my little silicone strainer. I can even put links to the Instapot and the blender I use if you want. It'll all be down there. So we got our Nooch inside. Now let's blend it and take a look at our cheese sauce. Again, this whole process is so much easier if you have an Instapot, if you have a blender. If not, you can do it on the stove and use whatever blender you have. But yeah, here we go. And this will thicken up quite a bit. Can't see that, can you? Let me see if I can tilt the camera up. There we go. Now you can see it. Nice and thick. A little taste. It's going to be hot, I'm sure. It's super creamy. It has that same mouth feel as a good cheese sauce. Does it taste exactly like cheese? No. But if you're away from cheese for any length of time and you forget what it tastes like and you come back and try this will be like heaven. That's what a lot of people have told me. And that is the video. Let me get a jar. I put this stuff on my potatoes. Can you see my jar? No. Let's tilt the camera down. Come on. There we go. There we go. I put this on potatoes. I've made mac and cheese with it. It goes great on broccoli, cauliflower. You can spoon some on your burritos, on your tacos. And as you can see, the 3 potatoes and the 1 single carrot, it makes about 1 quart of cheese sauce. This will freeze just fine. And it'll last in your refrigerator 3 to 5 days easily, maybe a little bit longer. Give it the old sniff test and taste test after that. And when in doubt, throw it out is what I always say. But there we go. That's my cheese sauce, guys. Hope you enjoy. Back to the video. So there you go. Nutritional yeast, or Nooch. Is it worth adding to your diet? Absolutely, I think so, providing you don't have any of the health concerns I mentioned. It's packed with nutrition, tastes great, and can add a lot of flavor to a lot of your plant-based dishes. Have you already tried nutritional yeast? Do you like it? What's your favorite way to use it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And with that, this is Chuck from Brand New Vegan. Thanks so much for watching.